why do you gotta be so hateful? Why do you gotta be so ugly with somebody that you don't know?
Right now, you gotta let her do her thing right now.
I myself in Walmart today. I'm never going back. I'm convinced that when some people share their stories, there is an invisible Glock that we just don't see. Because there is no way you just share this information unsolicited. Without wasting any more time, let's get into retail stories.
So let's talk for a second.
Okay.
I work retail, and I just had a couple come to my register. And when a couple comes to my register, I address both of them. Hello, how are y'all? Did y'all get everything okay? For one, that's customer service, and for two, that's just being respectful and acknowledging both of you.
Yeah.
However, this couple comes to my register. The girl right off the back is being very
insecure.
like with her ugly looks, and I'm just like, okay, like maybe she's having a bad day, blah blah blah. Anywho, as she's staring me down, like not even blinking, like she's like staring me down.
Oh god.
I tell them, do you guys have rewards? Because we have a rewards program, saves you money. You type in your phone number at the pin pad. Yep. The guy is like, oh yeah, I have one. Let me see, let me put my phone number in. And then she's like, you just want his phone number. Girl, I was trying to see if you had $35 available so you could save on your purchase. But really, like, that was uncalled for. That was rude. That was mean. And that was uncalled for. Why would you do that? So anyways, he tells her to stop. She gets mad.
He's probably tired of it.
Go be with her. You can have your little girlfriend then. Yes. And I'm like, I never met this man a day in my life. Like, clearly they were already having problems, but I just got the shit in part of it. So she walks out. He apologizes for her behavior. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, I get requests all the time. Like, it's whatever. I hope your night gets better. And he's like, no, that's embarrassing. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, whatever. I appreciate the apology. But my point is why? Like, why do you gotta be so hateful? Why do you gotta be so ugly with somebody that you don't know or somebody you don't have nothing to do with y'all's problems you got going on? Like, I don't know. That was just nuts. Like, I've had rude customers before, but that one it had me speechless. But my eyelashes over here, like, doing some weird stuff. I don't know. What is y'all's opinion? Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
So without giving too much information, I worked retail before. And when I tell you, I was not prepared for how humans interact with other humans. I was under the impression that every adult had their crap together. Every adult was just a peaceful person that could think logically and not emotionally, at least for the most part. But boy, was I disappointed when I stepped foot into the retail world and I realized that, you know what? The idea I had of humans, thank God for my parents, because that was the idea I had, was the complete opposite of what life was. And it caught me by surprise, but I handled it pretty well. Now, it's very funny now, looking back, how many times whenever a couple would come in, I had to just focus on the woman and just talk directly to the woman based on the experiences that I'd had in the past. It came to a point where I obviously probably started looking crazy because I would not acknowledge the man at all. So if you walk into a retail shop with your husband, your boyfriend, fiance, whatever y'all have going on, and the retail worker looks directly at you and doesn't acknowledge your husband, do not take it personally. But considering all the information, the past experiences that we've had, there's a reason for that. So do not take it personally. Instead, just hope humanity does better. So when I was working at retail, I had couples come in. One couple in particular, I will never forget. This couple was way older than me. And immediately when they came in, my gut told me, this lady is gonna be trouble. So she walked in and I said, hello, welcome to blank. How may I assist of you? And yeah, it was a roller coaster the entire time, but I handled it pretty well. And then at the end of checkout, I acknowledged the husband and I said, would it be cash or card? Hell broke loose that day, and she was not happy that I addressed her man. Mind you, I am younger than you, ma'am. Why are you fighting me? Why are you? It's insecurity. That's all I've come to terms with. It's insecurity. Women will look you in the face, and whether you're young or old, whatever the case is, if you address their husband for whatever reason, not all women, they just will hate you. And that was the first and last time I saw her, as far as I can remember. But the husband did come like maybe once or twice after, but it was nothing to be insecure about. All right. Like the lady said, I don't know that man at all. I'm not interested in your man. I just want to do my job in peace and address people, not just you. Address y'all. If y'all come up to me, address both of y'all, not just you, ma'am. But because of you, I will be addressing women only now. Thank you very much.
When I first started working retail, I used to wonder why the people that was working there a long time never wanted to be managers.
Yeah.
And then when I became a manager,
It's a scam.
like an actual manager, not just a supervisor, I quickly realized why. Because anytime somebody calls out, comes in late, forgets their keys,
It's on you.
anything, you have to go to that store. It's literally your store to take care of.
Yep.
And then in retail, there's a good chance that half your staff is flaky.
Especially the teenagers.
You calling out left and right. Friday, Saturday, Sunday evenings, or just those shifts are hard to staff. People show up hungover, can't do the work. And then when you're a younger person being a manager, people just go out of their way to be disrespectful to you because they don't think they got to listen to you because you're younger than them. Or if y'all the same age, they feel like they don't got to respect you because how dare you, we're the same age. So it's like a lose-lose situation. And I started to realize the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze in many cases. And all those people who were working there a long time, they know that. Oh, and you got to show up even when there's a snowstorm or inclement weather. You got to make sure the store is quote unquote taken care of. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. Now, I liked being a manager when I had like a reliable staff that really was just there to get their check for real and, do what they got to do. And I felt like I really liked being a manager because I also like training and developing people. But as retail declined and they started wanting more for less, it just started to go downhill. But you can make a good living in retail, especially as a retail manager, but certain stores and certain environments are not great and definitely not worth it. Sometimes it's better just to be an associate and call it a day and clock out and go about your business.
I'm not gonna lie. One cultural shock I had when I moved to the United States was seeing some teenagers become managers. Some teenagers are responsible than adults, okay? I understand that. But the thing with teenagers, not all of them, some of them aren't as reliable and as responsible. Like, let's say there's a football game or there's HOCO, whatever the case is, that teenager is nowhere in sight. And you expect that teenager to take on responsibility. And also, at the end of the day, it's not that teenager's career. As in, they will go to college, they could care less about the job they're working, for the most part, all right? But I've seen some retail managers that are teenagers, and it is hard to keep the balance between working with your friends because y'all are the same age and having authority over them. There is just an imbalance, and the whole respect thing, forget about it. It doesn't work. Sometimes it does, but for the most part, you may lose friends because of the authority. And it's not even like your friends are haters. There's just a level of maturity when you're a teenager that's not met yet. And for you to have that much responsibility, if you're responsible, is cool. If you're not, it's just hilarious that so much authority is given to you. And then, oh gosh, I'm going on a tangent. But I never thought when I was working at retail, I would have a best work buddy who is like 40 something. And I'm over here, just a small little thing. Like, oh, I work with Gertrude over here and I work with Bethany over there. And they're my buddies. Like, that is crazy to me. I don't know what I expected when I moved to the States, but that was definitely a cultural shock. Over to the next video before I talk your ear off.
reason why I don't like working retail is because these customers always find something to complain about. Customer came up to me and was like, bruh, I need help with the board games. I need to find a specific board game. I was like, all right, I'm gonna be there in a minute. But the lady was like, oh, why are these board games so high? I'm like, I don't know. That's just the base price for them. She said, is there any way we can mark down the prices of the board games? I'm like, what do you mean by mark down? She was like, is there any way like I can negotiate the price down? I was like, no, you can't do that. Pulled out her phone and proceeded to show me the board game she was looking for. And bro, tell me why when she showed me the board game she was looking for, it wasn't even on the Walmart app. It was on Amazon. Ma'am, this is Amazon that you looked up this price at. This isn't Walmart. This isn't from our website nor in the store. It's like, you can't match it with the price on Amazon. I'm like, ma'am, I don't think we can do that here. Just order it off Amazon if you want it for that price. But other than that, we can't lower it to that price in the store, especially in store price. And requested for a manager to lower the price. And guess what? My manager didn't want to lower the price because she basically told her exactly what I said. When my manager asked her why you couldn't just order through the app, she had the audacity to say, because since it was this price on Amazon, I thought it was going to be this price at Walmart. Oh my gosh,
then get it on Amazon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, as far as I can remember, it's been a while, but I don't think Walmart price matches anymore. And if they do, it's most likely on their app or online, but it has to be under walmart.com to where they price match. Not sure how that works. I forgot one thing with the other lady, with coworkers being flaky. If you are a manager and you manage a bunch of teenagers, just know you're going to be taking a headache pill every now and again, okay? Because they will flake on you. They do not care, okay? Just have that in mind that you will be working your butt off 24/7, 365 for as long as you are taking care of teenagers. You might as well take care of babies because they will not be there for you. You have to be there for them when they flake off. So this is a random fact, I guess, based on my retail experience. If you go to a place, especially a food business, early in the morning, I would not recommend unless it's a donut shop, which why are you banging your back early in the morning? No judgment, I guess. But unless it's a donut shop where you know for a fact everything is fresh every day, do not go early morning to get food. Do not go at nighttime to get food. It will not be fresh. The best time to get food is right during rush hour. But even then, like at 12:30 is like where the freshest food is coming in. But anything before or after that, you're getting scammed. Now, a quick story time. I got in trouble. You will not believe it. For throwing away food that just looks sketch. The tuna looked off, the chicken looked off, and I would throw it away and replace it with new food. And I got in trouble for wasting food, which now I get, it's still messed up, but I understand it. But there was just no way in my right mind I will serve someone something I would not eat. I almost got written up for it. So it's really sad that, okay, when you are walking down the aisle picking at what you want, make sure that you are happy with what you're getting. And if the food looks sketch, either go somewhere else and or request for something fresh. All right? That's it. That is all.
Closing time. Hey, you guys are still open, right?
No.
Actually, we're about to shut our doors. It's 8:59. We close at 9.
1
so you're
minute.
still open. Good. I have a list of about 40 things that I need. Could you help me with this?
Nope.
I don't think we're gonna have time to find you all of those things, seeing as how we do close in 1 minute. Well, that's just too bad because I'm doing my makeup tonight and I need all of these things tonight. I have to close the store in 30 seconds, so I just don't see how that's gonna be possible. Well, I've stayed past close in plenty of retail establishments, so I think you can allow it. Well, you're in my retail establishment and we close promptly at 9. I'm not going to the club with no makeup on. There is a CVS down the street that's open 24 hours if you really don't shop drugstore products. I only do high end. Well, it looks like you're in a pickle because it is now officially 9 o'clock and we are closed.
You planned
I don't think
poorly.
your corporate officials would be happy to hear that you're denying a customer service. That would be true if I was denying you service from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., but seeing as how it is now 9:01, we are closed.
This is absurd.
I have to close the registers.
You are
It's a wrap. I'm
disgrace
sorry.
to the Sephora
Okay, I'm closing the door now.
You're gonna regret
Right.
this.
Plan your night better
I'm
next
gonna write
time.
a
Goodbye.
letter.
Heavy on the plan your night better. And I don't want to hear people saying, oh, if you guys close at 9, then you should close at 9, not at 8:59. Listen, some of these retailers are tired. They've been working double shifts, all right? If they close a minute early, that is on you at that point. I don't care what anybody says. They're tired. And I've gone to establishments where I saw it was like 8:59 and the business closes at 9. I wasn't aware. And you know what I did? I just went on to somewhere else. Besides my retail experience, just on a human level, there are customers that will stay until 9:30 talking about, I'm still looking at something. Lady, this is your world at this point. We're just living in it. If you want us to dance, we just dance. If you want us to sing, we just sing. We're all human, for goodness sake. Okay? Have some mercy. Have some common sense. Do unto others like you would want them to do unto you. That is it. People are tired. I feel like this is past retail B just coming back out. I'm tired. I want to go home. I've done my shifts, okay? Not that you care that I worked a double today, but I am tired. And 9 times out of 10, the customers that are inconsiderate are the biggest a-holes you will ever have to deal with. You should have planned your night ahead of time. Don't make your inconvenience my priority. I'm going home. I can hear my bid right now as I'm counting this change in the register. Okay?
Let's talk about the time I wiped my butt on a children's toy in the middle of a Walmart. No, this is not clickbait, but context is important, so listen. Right. So this was in 2018. I was working quite a bit at the time, constantly. It was around Christmas time, and I will fully admit, because I grew up extremely poor, we didn't get Christmas gifts unless it was Salvation Army, and half the time it was just random bags because my mom was too busy scamming the system to be able to remember to sign up for Angel Tree. Okay. So my kids are very spoiled. I will fully admit that. My kids are very spoiled. I make sure I give them everything that I did not have as a child. I only had one son at the time, and he really wanted that Paw Patrol ride-along toy. Do you guys remember? They were like $150 at Walmart. It was like a ride-along toy. I actually just recently donated it. I had it for a while because my youngest got to use it and everything. I still have pictures of him on it that Christmas. But at the time, I was working quite a bit, and I hadn't got a chance to get it. And I told him, I was like, you're getting this toy. I am getting you this toy. You were getting it for Christmas. He was real little at the time, but he was so excited. He would talk about it for weeks. And they had them all on the shelves everywhere. So I did not think, hey, I should grab this now, but I wanted to wait till Christmas, and I didn't want him to see it, even though we always tell them, the older toys, the bigger toys are from us. We don't tell him Santa got him anything fancy because we don't want him to, other kids to feel bad. So I'm busting my butt at work, and I haven't had a moment to get it with him not around. So I finally get a time where he's not going to be in the car, and I can go get this giant toy. And everywhere sold out. Every Walmart in the area was sold out. It was what the heck? They had them everywhere. They had them not just Paw Patrol, but other ones too. Where did they all go? And I do slightly blame Arnold Schwarzenegger for the movie Jingle All the Way, because that's probably what made me a little unhinged. So I start searching. I start messaging people. I'm like, if you have it, I will drive on my day off. I will drive 8 hours to come get it. If I have to, because I have family all over. And I was asking friends, and nobody could find one of them. But then finally, one day I look, and Walmart has got it, where it's an hour and a half away, but there's a Walmart that has one left, and it just so happens to be Chase, which is what he wanted. So I jump in the car, and I drive up there. I was in such a hurry that I didn't even grab a cart. I just ran to the back. I find this toy, and I start dragging this giant box to the front. And that is when the moment happened where this rich woman who doesn't even look like she should be in a Walmart. She's literally got multiple electronics in her cart that she just paid for in the back of electronics. And she is wearing, if you count how much her purse, because she had one of those fancy designer purses and shoes and red bottom and just dressed up. Like I said, I don't know why she was in Walmart. She walks by me, she sees me dragging this toy to the front and goes, oh, my son would absolutely love that. I've got to get that for him. And I'm like, okay, well, you can go check in the back and see if they have it. She's like, oh, no, I'm not doing that.
She wants yours.
I want that one. Yep. You want what? This thing? No, you're not getting this. They're my child. I will go. The only way I'm not leaving with this is if I am arrested and pulled out of the store. Now, me and her start getting into this debate. She's very demanding, very entitled, demanding. She's going to get this toy, blah, blah, blah. That's what her son wants. She needs this. And apparently it was her stepson, too. She kept saying her stepson, which is a weird thing to say. Good step-parents don't constantly refer to their kids as step-kids. Very much gave off the vibes that she had some rich husband, right? She was, only about, 25. But she keeps demanding that I give her the toy. She even tried to grab it at one point. And that's when I snapped. Now, there's already like a few people surrounding us. There's like 4 or 5 people watching this go down. I have no idea how I did not end up on like World Star or some crap. But I finally snapped because she won't stop trying to grab it. And she even's like yelling for an employee to come over and help her. And that's when I told her, I was like, I will put my pants down and wipe my ass on this toy if you do not stop freaking trying to take it from me. And that's what I did. She tried to grab it once again and she was telling me, she was like, oh, I bet you won't do that. That's so nasty. And I pulled my pants and my underwear down kind of like this so nobody could see, stuff out. And I sat my butt on the box of that Paw Patrol toy and I wiped my butt on it. Don't worry, I wiped my butt so there's no skid marks or anything.
Imagine if there were.
That settled the debate. She freaked out and started calling me disgusting. Everybody just kind of stood there shocked. I don't think they expected me to actually to wipe my butt all over this toy. But then, after the shock wore off, I pulled the box to the front, checked out, and I left. And I still have the pictures of him enjoying it at Christmas time. Don't worry, I cleaned the box off afterwards. But I feel like a lot of us have some like unhinged Walmart story. Don't get me wrong, the crapping in Walmart and the sundress story is still kind of like, girl. But I wanted to make her feel less alone because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you couldn't, this is terrible. Why are you telling everybody this? And I feel like everybody's got a cringy Walmart story. I mean, I've never crapped in the floor of Walmart, but I still have a cringy Walmart story.
And the story she's talking about that made her come out and share this, we're going to get into it here in a little bit. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comment section below. This information is just given to us. We didn't ask for it. You just felt the need to share it? All right. Apparently, everybody has an unhinged story from Walmart. I don't. I'll just say that right now. I don't. If you do, and for some reason you want to share it with us, sure. Comment it down in the comment section as long as it doesn't make us puke. I need a t-shirt that says, "Is this Earth?" What happened? I promise y'all, after 2020, it's been a free-for-all. Free for all. Y'all have been exercising freedom to the max. Y'all said America has what? Freedom? Oh, we're going to show y'all how much freedom we have. Here, take this. Doo-doo for a Paw Patrol freaking toy. Yeah. What next? A doo-doo with a sundress. Yeah. What's next? A freedom, baby. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. America. Yeah.
What be wrong with people that be up here, bro? What they be on? Like, what's wrong with them? I was in the middle of putting up a bike and some lady said she needed help with the Legos. I told her, all right, cool, I'm gonna be over there in a minute. So I had to get 2 Lego sets, this big Star Wars Lego set and this Ninjago Lego set. Right? And when I got them out the case for her, she had the audacity to ask me, bro. Like, I kid you not, she asked me, do you assemble them for us before we buy them? I was lost for like 2 seconds and I told her no, like it don't come assembled. You got to build them once you get to the house. Like once you buy them, you got to build them yourself. Legos. He looked at me and was like, is there a little section that they have over here that they can build the Legos for us? I'm like, ma'am, you got to build this yourself. Once you buy it, you go home, they're going to give you a manual and you build it yourself. She asked me, what if I don't want to build it by myself?
Was it a he or a she?
Like, bro, do you want the Lego set or not? Looked at me and had said, why are they full price? Why are they $60 if you can't like assemble them for us? Like, that don't make no sense. Like, I shouldn't have to pay $60 for me to build it by myself. Bro, it is a Lego set. You supposed to build it. I just put the Legos back.
I was about to kill somebody at my job today.
Okay.
She irritated me.
Okay.
So much. So I'm ringing up this lady and she has like her change is $10. So I just gave her a $10 bill. And when I went to like give her a change, she was just kind of like looking around. Like the whole interaction up to this point was like nice, casual, nothing wrong with it. But so she wasn't paying attention when I was giving her change. So I just placed it on the counter and I was like, here you go. Your change is $10. Have a great rest of your day. She like picks it up and looks at me and she goes, just so you know, putting someone's money, like their change, on the counter is incredibly rude. And I looked at her and I was like, okay.
Oh gosh.
And then she walks away. Little did I know, she walked away to my manager.
Yep.
Told my manager I needed proper training because I put the money on the counter and that's considered rude. Nowhere in my handbook, and I will read that thing back and forth to see if I'm in the wrong about this, but nowhere in my handbook or training or any time I have been working retail, and I've been working retail for years, have I been told not to put money on the counter because it's considered rude. Also, this lady is like 50 to 60 years old with her daughter. Like, get a life. The fact that you're gonna sit here and lecture me because I put your $10 bill on a counter and I was being nice to you the whole transaction. Like, if I was being rude the whole time and I did that, like, fine, go off on me. Okay. But then tell me I need proper training. Like, proper training for what? For what? I wasn't ignoring her. She wasn't standing there, like, waiting for my change. She was like, do. So, it's not like I was being rude whatsoever. Can't do it. I just can't.
I don't know. I feel like it just depends. I, for the most part, have never put a person's change on the table except one time. This customer was rude the entire time, and I held my peace up until it was time for her to pay. And this lady had dollar bills and change. Dollar bills, slapped them on the freaking table for me to pick up, as well as the coins, slapped them on the table for me to pick up. So I picked them up from the table and I put them in the cash register. Mind you, my experience wasn't like her where they were fine up until then. I still understand why the customer was upset. Just put it on her hand. Now, the energy back when I was younger, I matched it for the most part. I was pretty much unhinged, okay? I was professional when I had to be, but if your energy is off, then I am gonna scoop lower, all right? So I put the freaking money in the register, took the change out, and I had some bills left and some change left. I took the bills and I handed to her like this, and before she could grab them, I threw them on the floor. Took her change, slapped it on the table, and they just ricocheted outside, okay? They were all over the floor, and she picked it up. Now, this lady did not call the manager, did not speak to anybody above me at the time, I guess. She just picked up her coins, and I stared at her the entire time. Mind you, I still have a line. Until she picked up each and every one of her coins. And I looked at her as she was walking out. She didn't say a word, and I didn't say a word. But I'm just saying, in that situation, I was a little unhinged. In this case, it just depends. Maybe she's just trying to pick I don't know. I will say, though, there was another incident where I was trying to hand money to a guy, like his change, and he told me to put it on the table. So, you know, retail is stressful. It's so stressful. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Past me is just coming back and crying. It just depends. That's the best way I can put it. If she wants it on her hand, take the bill and put it on her hand. If she wants it on the freaking floor, throw the bill on the floor. People are not as easygoing as you may think. And if for some reason you're a teenager watching this, I don't want to ruin things for you, but it will get rough. The imagination, because it is an imagination that you have of people. Well, now we have TikTok, so you have more access to how adults really think. But it's just not what you think it would be. If anything, it's worse. It's scary.
I myself in Walmart today.
That's the girl.
I'm never going back to that Walmart again. I can't.
Okay, so I've not been able to for like 4 days. And someone told me to get the Dieter's drink. It's the China Green Dieter brand. It's like a green box. And they're like, okay, yeah, like this will make you go to the bathroom. Like you'll feel better. I was like, great, this is what I need. I took it this morning. A couple hours have passed, nothing's happened. I'm like, okay, great, whatever. I go to Walmart to pick up a couple things. I'm wearing a sundress. It's sundress season, okay? And you don't usually wear panties with sundresses, okay? I was just feeling cutesy and artsy and I guess fartsy. Except the farts turned into I was in the bathing suit section of Walmart. Your fart
was on the floor.
They had a great new selection of bathing suits. And you know the bathing suits are right in the front. I go to fart. Nope.
It's a trap.
I felt like it. You know what I mean? Trap. And I thought, and there's nobody around me. I was like, I know, it's probably going to be like a silent one. And when I did, stuff came out.
Oh, gosh.
It came out. It plopped.
We didn't ask for this.
On the ground. And I thought I denied it. I was in denial for like a good 10 seconds. I was like, no way. I just stood there frozen. Couldn't even look. Couldn't even bring myself to look. There's shit on the ground. My is on the ground. And I was looking And I don't think anybody saw it. It wasn't that busy.
There's always somebody.
So I run. I start running to the bathroom.
Security, too.
Coming out of me. It's literally, I can't squeeze my asshole tight enough for the not to come. I run to the bathroom. I get there and I drop atom bombs of into the toilet. And there's a lady that starts cleaning the bathrooms. And I tell her, ma'am, the trail is me. I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it. I've got no underwear on to even catch it. I'm in a sundress. There's on my sundress. Please help me. Please help me. She was such a nice lady. And she said, it's okay. It's happened, which it probably hasn't.
It probably
She was just saying that to be nice.
It probably has.
And she got on her walkie-talkie and like told the people in the walkie-talkie that there's a cleanup that needs to be done. So now everybody knows. Everybody in Walmart knows. I'm sure I was the talk of the town.
They were waiting for you
and
to
I'm
come
sure
out.
customers are like, what is this on the ground? It's mine. I'm sure there's camera footage of me just running and as I run. And I start crying, and I have not stopped crying. The nice lady, she brought me some sweatpants and clean underwear when I was finally to get enough where I wasn't involuntarily. Thank God for her. Bless her heart. And she even walked me to my car. And I felt like every eye was on me. Like I was on a stage.
Stage of shame.
You know, and everyone was watching me. And when I got home, I more. I have finally had a break from this now, and I feel like I have to again talking about it. Do not drink that. Do not drink it. China green. Do it. Okay? Don't.
What has humanity come to? Seriously. There is just some information you could not waterboard out of me. And the fact that people have become so comfortable just sharing these stories with randos. I wonder if she has more story times. Do I even want to know what it is? Just go onto her page and find out for yourself. Don't come back here and tell me. I don't want to know. Aside from her story, I like her energy. Do I? Listen, it's a free-for-all at this point. Like I said, freedom. People are riding freedom like there's no tomorrow. That's what it's all about, am I right? I would not share that. I'm gonna take this time and talk about my art for just a little bit. If you guys are interested, I haven't uploaded in a video on my other YouTube channel in 2 months, but I am working on one that was due Sunday, but I'm still working on it. If you guys are interested, I'll slap it right here. I'll have a pinned comment under this video with the link to my channel. If you want something more artsy, something more fun, something more relaxing, something more non-disturbing. Yeah, so if you enjoy little cute polymer clay creations, that is what I do. That is part of what I do more than just this, and I do more than just clay.
Wild things I've heard working retail. Hi, thank you for calling Makeup Store. How can I help you today? Hi, yeah, I need to be color matched. Of course, we do color matching. You can come on in and we can help you anytime. Oh yeah, no, I don't have time for that. I'd like to do it over the phone.
How?
Color matching is matching foundation or concealer to your skin tone.
In person.
So we need to do it in person
Yeah.
and we test it on your skin. Yeah, I don't have time for that. So can you just like
Then we don't
it
have time to help
phone? No, ma'am, we need to see your skin in person. I'm not able to color match you via the phone. But like, I don't have time to come in. Here, I'll just describe my skin to you. So I'm not super pale, but I'm not super tan. I'm like somewhere in between. Like maybe like a 4 on the like tan scale. So like, what do you think? Like which color in this Tarte foundation?
I think you should come to the store or don't come at all.
3. You're shade 3.
Listen, there is more from where that came from. If you guys want a part 2 tomorrow, let me know in the comment section below. I thought I would be fine, but after that lady, my stomach is turning, all right? Call me dramatic, call me what you want to call me. Part 2, leave it down, and I will see you guys next time.